Hello everybody, it's Connor and Pete from Cinity Gaming.
Hello.
Yeah, this is Cinity Gaming news for Sunday the 13th of September. Kind of rushed that intro a bit, didn't we?
Very exciting.
Yeah, but me and Pete are in a good mood because we're going out gambling this evening.
I know, we're going to lose a lot of money.
Yeah, we're going to a casino in London. Very, very exclusive casino.
Ooh, very posh.
Right in the rough part, but
Whoops, never mind.
in the rough
We'll
area.
probably get our money mugged before we get a chance to bet.
Yeah. Anyway, London's fairly safe, so's the tube.
What's in the gaming news today?
Game news, well, you're doing that.
Yeah.
The game releases, there's a fair few actually this week. There's not as much as I thought.
I think there's a big title from memory.
There is, and that big title is, well, there's a few actually. Tuesday the 15th, we've got Forza Motorsport 6 on the Xbox One. We also have Pro Evolution Soccer 2016, or PES 2016. That's on the Xbox One, PS4, 360, PS3 and PC. If you're looking at the box art and seeing a Peggy 4 there, that's because that's the Portuguese box art. And they have like 4 and 6 instead of 3 and 7. So there's a little fun fact for you. NHL 16, that's on the Xbox One and PS4. And we've also got NHL Legacy Edition for those of you that still own a 360 and a PS3. So they're not forgetting about you, don't worry. Thursday the 17th, we've got World of Warships on the PC, and that's it for the game releases this week.
Oh, blimey.
So it's sort of, as I said last week, the calm before the storm.
Oh, yeah,
I think this is like the last week where there's not much, and then from next week or the week after,
bang, 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 bang.
It's literally just going to be pages full just for Tuesday. So, yeah, I'll hand you over to Pete because there's a lot of news. Some of it is actually really good news, so yeah, you'll enjoy that.
The best bit of news is that I'm here.
Yes,
I'm
that's
back from
by far the best news.
Back from my holiday. Sorry, you know.
Where did you go on holiday?
I went to Italy.
Oh, of course you did, yeah.
Yeah, eating some pasta and spaghetti. It was all good. In the news, though, there is a major Xbox One update that's coming soon. It recently emerged that the Xbox One platform is due to get a major update in November, which will bring a handful of new features and experiences to the console. The biggest feature by far is the 360 backwards compatibility, which I've been dying for, and I'm sure many of you have as well, been for like months and months.
I have it because I'm in the preview program, but the only game I've been able to play is Hexic HD.
Oh, well.
And they had World of Keflings on there, but I've never actually even played that, so yeah, I didn't download it.
Interesting. Another new thing is that there's a redesigned dashboard. Is that it on the left?
That's on the left, yeah.
Oh, that looks pretty interesting.
I think it looks really nice.
I haven't seen it.
I can't wait to see that.
That looks pretty interesting, actually. Yeah. Blech. Anyway,
so a new redesigned interface.
Designed interface, marvellous. The One will also work much better with PC.
Actually, there's one thing you forgot there.
Did I?
Redesigned dashboard and user interface, as well as a new guide.
Oh, really?
So they're going to do some sort of thing.
Like the 360 had?
I'm not sure if it's going to be the same as the 360, but you know when you double tap the home button?
Yes.
I think they're trying to come up with something that's a bit easier and a bit more straightforward to do that, and maybe come up with another idea for that. Not entirely sure. Maybe they're going to double tap to go home and then single tap to bring the guide up. I don't know.
I think that'd be a good idea.
That would probably be a better idea. Microsoft, if you're watching, which you probably aren't, do that.
Right, thank you.
Unless the idea's better than that, which I can't wait to see it.
Well, I hope they go with your idea. Sounds good to me. As I said, the One will work much better with PC and will allow you to own both PC and Xbox One copies of a game by just purchasing it for one platform.
So if you buy, let's say, Black Ops 3 on Xbox One, you will then own it on PC as well. Or vice versa.
Sweet. There's a new community section, apparently, that is like Twitter for the Xbox One, which should be fairly interesting. That I can't really imagine that at the minute, but we'll have to see how that turns out. This is possibly the biggest update for the One, and it is due to be publicly released somewhere in November. We don't know yet.
Yeah, so I think this is definitely, actually, probably one of the biggest updates of the generation, let alone just for Xbox One. PS4's not really seen any major updates, to be fair, from what I know. Wii U, I don't listen to.
We don't talk about the Wii U.
I don't listen to a lot of Wii U stuff.
That was a bit of a disaster.
Yeah. Anyway, carry on.
Yes, sorry.
Next bit's not so good,
second bit of news.
Unfortunately. Well, it might be good.
No map votes in Halo 5. Are you serious?
Yep.
I did not know that. Yeah, it's a shock for me when I read these as well, because I don't know what's coming up.
Yeah.
I did that. I think that's a bit of a weird one. Halo 5 Guardians designer, head, whatever his name is, Josh Holmes, recently responded to a tweet on Twitter, really? I thought it was Facebook, which indicated that you will no longer be able to vote for maps on Halo 5 Guardians multiplayer. God knows why that is in place.
It's explained.
Sparked much anger amongst Halo fans, as probably expected. It has been revealed that they are doing this to prevent overuse of the maps. To be fair, actually, in their fairness, a lot of maps do get overused, like in, what's that small map called in Halo 4?
Havana, is it?
That might have been called that.
Might
got
be.
used over and over and over again every single game I was in. The new system will see a rotation of maps.
Or it could be Skyline. That
Skyline.
one's used all the time.
Yeah, Skyline, that might be it. I think you're right. The new system will see a rotation of maps that will be selected by the server. Multiplayer is an extremely part of Halo 5, as I'm sure all of you know by now, and developers want to make it an enjoyable experience and stuff by allowing a more variety of different multiplayer maps to be played, which the current voting system doesn't allow, I'm afraid. Sorry. Guardians, though, is going to be released on the 27th of October on the Xbox One.
I mean, saying that, I mean, it's good and bad in a way, isn't it? Because, I mean, it's bad because, like, you don't get a choice of the maps, but then it's good because you get to play more maps. And I think the developers mainly wanted to do it because sort of they spend a lot of time making the maps and then only some of them get use.
That is a fair point, actually.
But to be fair, I still think they should include the map votes and maybe have, like, one mode where it doesn't incorporate voting.
Yes.
Because, I mean, like, if they did that in, like, politics and that, it would be like, oh, it's the Conservative Party's turn this time, then the next election, and they'll let a machine choose, oh, it's the Liberal Democrats to run the country. So, in a way, I think voting is sort of better.
Yeah, I do. I'd still kind of prefer the old way.
We'll wait
really.
and see what they do.
Oh, well.
I couldn't imagine the country doing, like, Liberal Democrats and then Labour or the Green Party.
Con, I've got a question for you.
Yes.
I can't remember what that stands for.
It says.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay.
And you can look at the picture.
Oh, Xbox Live Indie Games. Sorry, I did not see that. Microsoft.
Xblig.
Oh, Microsoft's ending Xbox Live Indie Games. Oh,
Yeah.
That's kind of sad, isn't it?
Because they've got the new Idea Xbox thing.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Which is on Xbox One.
I see.
So I can understand it.
Well, Microsoft have officially announced goodbye to the indie game program, which was a program that allowed indie developers to publish their creations on the 360. On the 9th of September, which is this month actually, marked the closure day. However, at this point, it is no. Sorry.
Only.
Only, sorry.
No.
I don't know what I was thinking there. It is only closed to new subscriptions, meaning that creators can no longer subscribe to the service to upload their creations. However, the creators currently subscribed will have up to a year to submit their creations, which I think is probably the best thing to do, really. The Xbox Live Indie Game Marketplace, on the other hand, will remain open until 2017 September. That's quite a long time, actually.
Yeah.
2 whole years, meaning players can still purchase their indie games up until then. After that date, players will still be able to play and re-download indie game titles that they may own. However, players will not be able to make any more purchases, I'm afraid.
Yeah, so they're kind of doing it as an incremental closure, a bit like what Nintendo are doing with Club Nintendo, which is due to fully close, I think, at the end of this month. It's fully closed in America, and Europe's the end of this month.
Oh.
So, yeah, I can kind of see why they're doing it. Because they're trying to get them all over to Xbox One, aren't they?
Yeah, next generation.
And I mean, let's be honest, some of the games on the Xbox Live Indie Games library, let's be honest, some of them are a bit, let's say,
poor?
Stupid, and yeah, as Pete said, poor. So they're not all of like brilliant quality because pretty much anybody can create a game, pay like the subscription fee for the MSDN publishing service for it, and then, yeah, earn money from it.
Fair enough.
I mean, at one point, me and a few friends from school were planning on making an indie game.
Really? When was this?
We were. It was in year 10, I think. Me and Matt and a few other people. I can't remember who it was, though.
Continue.
But yeah, we wanted to like make an indie game to put on the indie game market.
Did you do it?
No.
Oh, right.
No. We saw the MSDN fees for it, and we thought MSDN's like the Microsoft Developer Network or something. And the subscription fees weren't cheap. And also you have to make the game as well.
Oh, okay.
Which you have to use a certain programming language, and it wasn't one that we were familiar with. So yeah.
Oh well, never mind.
Never kicked off, unfortunately.
Maybe next year or something, perhaps.
Yeah, ID at Xbox is much better because the indie games there, I think they have achievements and all that, whereas the indie games on 360 don't. They've also got a lot better things, and the actual quality of the games are better.
Fair enough, you heard it from Professor Galbraith, so it must be true. That is the end of CGN, I'm afraid.
For this week.
Whether or not I'll be here next week, I don't know. I'll
better
try. I'll do my best. But if I don't see you next week, have a very happy week. Goodbye.